The invitation. It doesn't interest me what you do for a living. I want to know what you ache for. And if you dare to dream of meeting your heart's longing. It doesn't interest me how old you are. I want to know if you will risk looking like a fool for love, for your dream, for the adventure of being alive. It doesn't interest me what planets are squaring your moon. I want to know if you have touched the center of your own sorrow, if you have been opened by life's betrayals or have become shriveled and closed from fear of further pain. I want to know if you can sit with pain, mine or your own, without moving to hide it or fade it or fix it. I want to know if you can be with joy, mine or your own. If you can dance with wildness and let the ecstasy fill you to the tips of your fingers and toes, without cautioning us to be careful, to be realistic, to remember the limitations of being human. It doesn't interest me if the story you are telling me is true. I want to know if you can disappoint another to be true to yourself. If you can bear the accusation of betrayal and not betray your own soul. If you can be faithless and therefore trustworthy. I want to know if you can see beauty, even when it is not pretty every day, and if you can source your own life from its presence. I want to know if you can live with failure, yours and mine, and still stand at the edge of the lake and shout to the silver of the full moon, yes. It doesn't interest me to know where you live or how much money you have. I want to know if you can get up after the night of grief and despair, weary and bruised to the bone, and do what needs to be done to feed the children. It doesn't interest me who you know or how you came to be here. I want to know if you will stand in the center of the fire with me and not shrink back. It doesn't interest me where or what or with whom you have studied. I want to know what sustains you from the inside when all else falls away. I want to know if you can be alone with yourself and if you truly like the company you keep in the empty moments. Be the star that you are. I love this poem of Oriah. She's a very interesting lady. And the first time I heard this poem, there were tears in my eyes. For many people, And some of you know that I'm a therapist as well. For many people, life is a struggle. So difficult to know what to do, what not to do. So difficult to feel that stress entering your system, the stress of not knowing if you are good enough, the stress of not knowing if you fit in. And in fact, I strongly believe that the whole of our lives is a development from the time you were born till the day that you go to the other life, to the other world. It's learning. It's about responsibility. It's about where I come from. Well, let me put it a little bit differently. Since about 10 years, 12 years, it's about having a framework to live my life by. Having the freedom to look at those 7 principles and to know that they form an enormous foundation, more especially so because we are invited to give them a personal interpretation. Starting at the first one, the fatherhood of God, and remembering, reading it, studying it, realizing that in fact it is a little bit narrow, because why not fatherhood, motherhood? And most of you, I'm sure, will have had that same idea. Well, I have reached a point where I don't think it's very important. It is about love. It is about safety. It is about care. It is about the realization that we are never alone. The realization that when we feel down, when we feel broken, when we don't know where to go anymore, it is such a relief to know that there is prayer, that there is guidance, that we can simply reach out to the spirit world. And it can be up there, and it can be down there, it can be the earth. And realizing that if we look at it like those are the heavens up there, and there is Mother Earth or whatever. We are in the middle, like being protected, like always being able to connect, as long as we are open to it, as long as we practice with it, as long as we dare go out there and walk. Have you ever tried doing a walking meditation? If not, again, you are invited. Going out there, if you're fortunate and you have a park or woods nearby, it's brilliant. If you don't, just go out there on the pavement and know that there's earth, soil, warmth, strength down there. And by walking, each step you take, know that you are being pulled towards the earth, that you have the strength to lift up that feet and put down the other foot. And then just walk your walk and feel the connection, and feel the connection to Mother Earth. And if it is only a small, tiny, teeny weeny plant that you see, realize the strength of that plant. Realize that it has found a way to grow, a way to get energy, to be fed by earth. And why wouldn't you be able to find that strength of the connection? And to dare opening up gives such a huge boost of energy. That realization that you are part of something that you can actually touch with your energy, if you're lucky, with your feet, and then walk your walk towards life. Do you have a destination or don't you? And what is your destination, in fact? Is it insight for the day? Are you able to restrict yourself to say grace to the moment you're in? I'm not interested in tomorrow. I want to face my life now. I want to face my life right here in this moment. I challenge you to do just that. With the realization that you are not alone. It is great. It is wonderful to feel your attunement, to feel that you can be in sync with time, with the now, with the love. The invitation. Oriah went through a lot of pain, and she was truly inspired by elders in her community in Canada to take on this name, Oriah Mountain Dreamer, to use that, to get strength from that, to just shed off her body that was in pain, and to take on the cloak, Oriah Mountain Dreamer. The perception she got from that was poetic. Her body is still in pain, still today, but the blessings she receives from that cloak are a gift to her, to us, that we have been invited to be who we are. That I can say, I live my life. I live with love. I live with sunshine. And even when it rains, and even when I feel down, at the depth of despair, I know there's that moment when I can see the light, when I just can reach out and say, Great Spirit, I'm your daughter. I just want to lean on you for a short moment in order to get back my strength, to find my power again, to get on my feet again. Because for just this moment, I need that. I've just lost it for a little while, but I need to reconnect. And that tiny spark I just noticed has been enough for me to wake me up again to the solidity of that love and of that connection. So, for today again, I feel so fortunate that I have been able to share with you the words of Oriah, the words that I have embraced, the love that I have been able to share with you. And of course, it's up to you if you want to receive it. But to tell you the truth, I have seen numerous sparks in my talk this morning. And not all of them were intended for me. So grab yours and enjoy your day.